Meanwhile, at the Hall of Cage.
Caging Greatness Season 3. Loading in. 3, 2, 1.
Nick Cage smooches good.
Rule number 1, don't work where you live. Rule number 2, don't write anything down.
Well, I'm one of those fortunate people who like my job, sir. Got my first chemistry set when I was 7, blew my eyebrows off, we never saw the cat again. Been into it ever since.
Sometimes I let matches burn down to my fingertips just to feel something. Anything.
People don't throw things at me anymore. Maybe because I carry a bow around.
I just stole 50 cars in one night. I'm a little tired, I'm a little wired, and I think I deserve a little appreciation.
I should always trust my instincts as a shamanic thespian.
Tool up, honey bunny. It's time to get bad guys.
Sorry, boss, but there's only 2 men I trust. One of them's me, and the other's not you.
He's like a mid-sized,
like twice the size
sedan?
of Darwin.
huh?
Yeah,
Mid-sized sedan?
sure.
That's a
4-door.
big
He's a
fucking dog.
mid-sized dog.
Yeah.
According to Westminster Dog Show, he is an all-American dog, which is their term for mutt.
The all-American
You'll get to see where the
American.
character of Jacques was born. You know, that chef that called in to challenge you several times.
Oh, that son of a bitch.
And
all-
the place
and-
where the cheese
Yeah.
happened.
And the sandwich
All
dude.
those cheeses are gone, by the way.
Wait, that was a character? That's not a real person?
No, he's quite a character, but he's absolutely real.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
such a
I was about to
character.
say, I have several bones to pick with this feller, and there's another one too now.
Well, actually, there might be your chance because next week is scheduled for our off week, and to get things back to normal, we may as well just keep that schedule.
I'll be busting some doors.
Chef-
So
Sure.
if it's another call-in episode, which it might be your turn to get stuck in the studio by yourself to take calls because the rest of us bail on you.
Yeah, you could be like, Eddie Kingston addressing his enemies.
Yeah, a lot of enemies to address.
Yeah, you got a lot of chefs to address.
Well, if y'all been paying attention to my fucking TikTok last couple of days, I've been addressing some fucking enemies. Jesus Christ.
You have been pretty prickly.
The fucking drama that has surrounded this goddamn set that I acquired the other day has been ridiculous.
What, the wanted set?
Yes. All right, like first of all, not everyone. There's been like 3 or 4 little bad eggs been popping up in the comment section. They're like calling me a Karen, saying, "Ooh, it's just $10." And I'm just like, do y'all not understand the concept of getting what you pay for? It's like I had to like explain it. I had to dumb it down a little bit. Let's say you order a meat pizza, it gets sent to your house. You're like, "Oh, there's my pizza." You open it up, it's a veggie pizza. Now it's still a pizza, but is it the pizza you ordered?
I'd be so angry.
I would like to step in and say that a veggie pizza is not a pizza. A veggie pizza is God's mistake. But
another-
continue.
Those fucking veggie pizzas from Pizza Hut are pretty fucking fierce.
Nope.
Those red
sorry.
onions.
I am a
No bueno.
vegetarian.
But
Yep.
yeah, like people have. I've been just replying to shitheads in the comments, and that's another reason why I love that platform is you can directly reply to them with a video, and it makes me happy.
Oh,
Yeah, most of your posts lately have been, "Hey, you know what? Fuck you in particular," and
Well-
I'm down for it.
fuck this guy.
I would like a hefty explanation followed by "fuck you, have a nice day."
Fuck this guy. Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. You over there. Fuck you. You're cool. Fuck you.
If I ever start doing TikToks on like my personal TikTok, as opposed to the Cage one that we never use, or the comic strip one that I never use, or the music
start
one that I
using
never
those.
use, or the toy one that I never use.
I'm noticing a trend here.
Like,
Just be like me. Don't have a TikTok.
I love watching TikToks, but if I ever start doing like the choose your movies or shit posts, that like on my regular TikTok, if I do it, I'm gonna fucking wear a lucha mask.
Or just become me on Instagram and just yell at the moon every chance you get.
You do yell at the moon quite a bit.
It is lazy.
It's
And
just the DBZ abridged Kai joke of Piccolo screaming "Moon!"
You know, that poor moon's been blown up so many times in DBZ.
It really has.
I mean, Master Roshi got it. Piccolo
Yeah.
got it twice.
Piccolo did get it twice.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Caging Greatness, the show where we discuss the films of Nicolas Cage roughly 48.7% of the time.
Hey, we went up a little bit.
We did go
I'm
up a
about to
little
say,
bit.
I'm forgetting now. We're going up or down?
We have gone up this year in true Caging Greatness fashion. Most of it has not been Cage-centric so far. It is just mid-February.
Yeah, a lot of wrenches have been thrown in the.
We've had a lot of scheduling conflicts and other difficulties.
Damn wrench.
Everybody's fine, but for the sake of safety, we did just go ahead and do a filler episode that you heard last week, the first episode of Caging Masterpiece Theater, which I'm honestly incredibly proud of.
It was a damn good
Yeah,
time.
it was
I enjoyed
excellent.
the hell out of that.
Yeah.
And we will be doing a lot more of this pre-scripted stuff. In fact, I'm thinking of making a separate show just for that because it was hella fun. Might do some live table reads, definitely get some voice acting in on it. Not just me doing voices, but actual voice acting.
Troy Baker, Nolan North, where you at?
Yeah, no,
Hit
that
us
totally.
up, DMs.
Wait, we got to get John and Magic. We got to get the guy who plays Bender in
Mostly I meant you two fuckers, but
here. Damn it.
Wow, man, I thought you were a legit voice actor.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I mean, we can learn.
It's like
Like the Team 4-star dudes, that's how they learned.
I like it's the joke from Futurama where Bender's on the moon and he's picking up moon rods. It's like, oh, this job's easy, just like being a voice actor. And it's like, God damn it.
But no, there's a lot of fun stuff we can do with that. I'm looking forward to doing more. But for tonight, we are reviewing a movie that, out of all the movies I've ever seen, this was certainly one of them.
Yeah, it was a film.
We watched the 2009 animated classic G-Force, and not the anime classic G-Force, also known as Gatchaman.
They made a Gotcha Man movie.
Yeah.
There was an animated one, and I was upset that I never got a chance to see it.
Yeah, like I think my earliest legitimate anime exposure was G-Force.
It was a good show. Mine was Speed Racer, so.
It was either G-Force, like seeing it on like fucking early Toonami, or that time I rented Vampire Hunter D from Blockbuster at the age of 7.
Oh, wow. Was it Bloodlust?
I don't even remember.
Probably Bloodlust.
But anyway, this is not that.
Yeah.
This is the
Ooh.
the guinea pig FBI agent centric,
With Zach Galifianakis.
starring Sam Rockwell's voice and Nicolas Cage's voice and Penelope Cruz just doing her regular voice, and Jon Favreau and Steve Buscemi also doing the regular voices.
Tracy Morgan doing
Tracy Morgan being Tracy Morgan, Zach Galifianakis being very subdued, Will Arnett having almost nothing to do,
Yeah.
Bill Nye being entirely wasted.
Sad.
I don't know if you can tell, but we
Oh, and the guy that was the FBI chief at the very end, like that last, he was been in stuff too.
yeah, and the agent that was in the car chase going out, he's been in a bunch of
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
So yeah, let's let's do that thing we do where we go around and we give our star ratings and a quick little review. Cannon, what did you think of G-Force?
Well, I've noticed I've been saying this a lot this year, but first time.
Yeah,
First time.
it makes a lot more sense this time. hell of a lot more sense.
Oh, I can't tell you how I missed this one back in the day. I could not give you an explanation.
I mean, the fact that we would have been 21 or 2, you're telling me that,
I was in college.
I was like, I was
Yeah.
fresh out of college.
yeah.
Well, depending on what side of the year this one came out on, I was either in college or got purged out of college. But either way, I was already fucking exhausted coming into this movie. And boy, howdy, nothing changed. So much talent in this film. Just sounding bored in a sound studio somewhere for the most part. Even Galifianakis looked bored. 2 stars. I'll give it 2 stars. The guinea pigs I mean, at least the animation there looked all right, I suppose. Bruckheimer, are you shitting me?
Nice.
Jeremy?
The shouting of Brockheimer is what I because I'm not gonna lie. Watching this, the first thing I thought was, this is like Diet Michael Bay made a Transformers film. Like, it had that Brockheimer look to it because, you know, that like 2000s Brockheimer has that, like, it's got a nice yellowish green palette to it. And you're just, and there's so many low angles, but like, I give it 2. It had some really good one-liners that made me laugh every once in a while. I think Cage.
Win.
I wrote
Okay, we'll get to it.
Like, it had. There were a couple of times I chuckled and I was just like, okay, but like, I will say, I think the only person who was in that sound booth probably having fun was probably Cage, because he got to do not his regular voice.
Yeah.
So.
You sounded just like the turtle from Sly Cooper.
Yeah,
A little bit. Yeah, no, I had never seen this movie either.
yeah.
I never wanted to. that didn't change. Before tonight, I wish I hadn't seen it.
I was about to say, you changed it specifically to this movie.
No, this movie was on the schedule for now, but we had to skip It Could Happen to You for Valentine's Day,
We didn't have to.
and we just chose this one to stay on the schedule. But
This man is clearly all about the
we
schedule.
have to get through all of his movies. It's not like
of course.
like if we could have skipped this one, I would have skipped this one. If we could have skipped The Old Way, I would have liked to have skipped. Like, there's a lot that I would have liked to have skipped.
You're not wrong.
This was. I'm giving it 1 star.
Oh, wow.
But not because. Here's the thing, not because it's actively bad.
Yeah.
Because it's not. It's super duper dated.
Yep.
Like, the Black Eyed Peas play at least 5 times that I can remember during the movie, not in the credits, the movie itself, among several other 2009 pop hits. It's so aggressively mediocre. Because, like, it's like the car chase scene where they're in the bubbles, like the guinea pigs are in the bubbles. And here's the plot. Bad guy is trying to destroy the world. Guinea pigs have to save it. And there's some FBI shenanigans. It doesn't fucking matter. But, like, there are so many bad one-liners during the car chase scene
Yeah.
that are clearly made for sound bites for either toys or the trailer.
Wasn't there a TV show spun out of this?
I don't know. I hope not.
I
don't remember that.
Probably.
gonna look that up.
Like, there were 2 people involved in this film that I think were actually trying. That's Cage. And going into this, my first thought was, oh, this might be where I'm proven wrong that he doesn't actually try every time. No, he was giving it his all with a silly voice and actual, like, pathos. And everybody else, like, for the talent involved, like Rockwell and Cruz and Buscemi and Favreau and Tracy Morgan was there too. Like, for the talent involved, they're all just doing their own voices. It's real lazy. It's boring, right? It's like exactly what you'd expect from an all-star cast like this in a 2009 animated movie. But Cage is doing a voice. He's planked his nose, and I'm a mole, and he's actually trying, and I really appreciated that because his lines were the most fun to hear. I liked when his character was on the screen, which was not that often because he pretended to die in like the first 20 minutes, and then came back as the surprise villain, but not villain. He's fine. Everyone's fine. Everyone's happy.
The most obvious twist.
Yeah. The one mole on the team was the mole. And
Yeah.
then if you think, oh, do they make that joke? Yes, they fucking absolutely do. They make that joke word for word in the film. But like Tracy Morgan is just doing Tracy Morgan things. And I have never liked Tracy Morgan. And Sam Rockwell is just doing his voice. And Penelope Cruz is playing up Penelope Cruz-ness. And it's boring. It's honestly boring. What?
G-Force 2 comes out this year.
You go fuck yourself.
Fuck off, you're lying. Nuh-uh. Disney Plus original movie, G-Force 2.
G-Force 2 is an upcoming 2023 live-action CGI action-adventure comedy sequel for scheduled release on December 22nd, 2023.
Merry Christmas.
No.
Wait, hold on. This is on a...
Are you on We Got This Covered right now?
Hold on.
While we're on the subject of voices, Cage, definitely the one and top tier only voice acting in this movie. I thought Favreau did a decent job in this movie.
Oh.
Yeah, Favreau was fine. Like, he was playing up his goofiness.
Like there were like some voices like in every movie like this I try to clock. There were movies I clocked. I mean voices I clocked instantly, but there were a lot like Sam Rockwell I didn't catch, Favreau I didn't catch until you said something. Buscemi, however, when he popped up, I was like, there's my boy right there.
Okay. I can't find anything that's confirmed, but this was the first thing that popped up on Movie Ideas Wiki. So...
Oh, yeah, no, there's nothing right now as of...
There's a petition on change.org to
Yeah,
make
there's a
G-Force
petition,
2, because clearly there are people... But okay, there wasn't a show. There was a video game, though.
Okay.
A
Yeah.
PlayStation 3, Xbox, and other consoles video game.
Okay.
So, yeah, there's nothing official at all about anything related to a sequel.
That's good.
Yeah.
Damn you, Google search.
I also, honestly, I thought Galifianakis did a good job.
Yeah.
Because like he was restrained and subdued, but he also showed legitimate emotion when he's acting against what were clearly tennis balls pretending to be guinea pigs, and I thought he did a really good job. And I say that as someone who has been really soured on Zach Galifianakis in the past 15 years. I loved his stand-up comedy. I thought he was hilarious. And then I hated The Hangover and Hangover 2 and Hangover 3 and that movie he did with Steve Carell that was terrible and that movie he did with Robert Downey Jr. that was just a remake of Planes, Trains, and Automobiles but mean-spirited. I did not enjoy that movie.
Some of his TV show stuff's been good. There was that one was on Fox. It was like Last Man on Earth, and the one on FX, Baskets.
Wasn't Last Man on Earth Will Forte?
Yeah. Oh wait, yeah, it was Will Forte.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. My problem with the Robert Downey Jr. movie, and it's the same problem I have with Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, and it's the same problem I have, among many of that Melissa McCarthy and Jason Bateman movie. That's basically the same fucking thing.
Well, I'm not watching that because Melissa McCarthy's in it.
She is the worst. It's also the same problem I have with SpongeBob and Squidward. My issue is I don't like the trope of the straight-laced person who's just trying to do their job and live their life, who is interrupted by a clearly self-centered, narcissistic, obnoxious piece of shit who only cares about themselves. To me, there's no comedy in that. And I know a lot of people like it, and that's fine. I'm glad that people enjoy that sort of trope. But it hurts me. I don't. It's like watching pranks on YouTube. It's like watching cringe humor. I don't like. I have a visceral reaction to it, and I get that that's a me thing.
Understandable.
It's not me saying the Melissa McCarthy one is fucking awful. She's terrible, and I don't know how she keeps getting work other than the fact that most of her movies are directed by the guy she's married to. But that's not the point.
Did not know that.
Yeah. Like a lot of those things, I get that people like it. I don't like the pranks because that's just mean-spirited too. Mean-spirited shit isn't fun. But it's I don't like Impractical Jokers for the same reason. Cringe humor just bothers me.
It's okay. They got their just desserts internet.
They did get put through a table.
Yes.
My only problem with that movie is it makes me laugh too goddamn much.
Which one?
Due Date.
I don't think I saw that because there is this genre of comedy that just doesn't appeal to me anymore. It's why there's not very many Will Ferrell movies that I like. I like the first Anchorman, but mostly because I love the supporting cast in that movie.
Sure.
And I think those four all work really well together. And I love Steve Carell.
Here's the thing that I've noticed because G-Force is we'll talk about it, but this is actually more interesting to what we're talking about now. And I think Cannon can back me up because you've seen a lot of Will Ferrell shit.
Yeah.
The difference, you can follow trajectory from Talladega Nights and Anchorman.
Yeah.
Then you get into something like Step Brothers, and then Blades of Glory.
Yeah.
And then from there it just goes downhill because in Anchorman and Talladega Nights, everyone's crazy.
Yeah.
Like they're all Anchorman, especially that whole world is just fucking insane.
Right, and it's fun.
That's why it's funny because everybody's fucking insane. Talladega Nights very similar. Like the straight man of the whole comedy bit is Sacha Baron Cohen, and he's just as crazy but in a different way. Like, but then you get into his later stuff, like with Step Brothers is where it really started, where he and John C. Reilly are the messed up ones,
And everything else is fine.
and everything else is playing the straight man, but you're supposed to be on their side, and it doesn't work as well.
Yeah.
And it just continues in that trajectory, and it becomes that same sort of cringe humor I'm talking about, like with like this Carell movie, Dinner for Schmucks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen it. It's
Like
definitely a movie.
it's that just makes me itch on the inside, because it's always the thing like the Squidward thing where like dude's just trying to live, and some self-centered asshole's fucking with his steez.
Yeah, I don't like this. Like, it's like it's a trend though lately of pairing two people who like, yeah, it's the straight person and the comedy person, and you pair them together, and it's just like slap a plot on it, and it's a movie, and it's like it's kind of boring.
Yeah.
It's kind of like how I got tired of the parody films after a while.
Yeah.
That's because there hasn't been a good one in forever.
Yeah, but like they churned them out,
Yeah.
Yeah, they're cheap and easy.
and they
bullshit.
know high school kids will go see them, or middle schoolers.
Like the fact that not another teen movie was as good as it was is a miracle.
But yeah, I don't know. It's a trope thing that I've noticed, and like, yeah, like you get
Because it's the modern version of classic two-part vaudeville comedy, but the difference is that it's just mean-spirited today.
Yeah.
Because you've got like the who's on first with Abbott and Costello. It's funny.
Yeah.
It's the straight man is giving the information, and then the comedy guy is the one getting frustrated.
Right.
Because he's better at being funny. But now it's flipped. So we're like, oh, this is the crazy weirdo, and he's fine. But this normal dude, haha, he's so normal. That's why he's dying inside. Fuck him, right? And that's just, it's mean-spirited. That's the thing. It's become mean-spirited.
Yeah, it's not fun, or it's not funny either.
Yeah, it's the difference between something like Jackass, where they were all fucking with each other.
Yeah.
And it was funny.
Yeah,
Versus like these YouTube pranks where it's just some asshole fucking with other people who are trying to go about their day.
or like oh shit, what was it? The show it was also on MTV at the same time. Punked.
Yeah, I hated Punked.
Yeah, it's
That's
difference-
not
It's the difference between Jackass and Punked.
Yeah, and like even doing it to celebrities, like ha ha ha, look at that, Wilder Valderrama is like he's dying on the inside, but like why? Because he's on a TV show, we get to laugh at him having what is the worst hour and a half of his life to this point, apparently.
Right.
It's just not okay.
Now my brain's going to the Inoki punching out the Spider-Man guy thing.
Yeah.
But apparently he knew that was coming, and they just didn't tell the Spider-Man guy who he was coming in on.
Yes.
That poor guy.
Yeah, as opposed to when Inoki beat the shit out of the Great Antonio. Great Antonio had that shit coming.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. I love Bill Burr's takedown of that. Just watch it. And he starts punching him, right? And this fat fucking asshole. Oh, it's pretty funny.
That's a good bit.
Point of all that was to say that G-Force is very boring. Like I said, I like Zach Galifianakis' acting in this. He was restrained and subdued, and he showed actual talent for this movie especially.
Counterpoint. I thought this was the worst fucking Galifianakis performance I've ever seen. And I haven't seen all of his movies, don't get me wrong, but I've seen a good chunk of them.
Yeah.
And I've seen the man play like subtle and subdued. This was all boring. This was Nick Cage in what was that fucking God?
Left Behind?
No. Jiu-Jitsu.
Oh, no.
Like I thought Cage was just like saying words into a fire the whole time.
He was.
And it was just like, I mean, I know, I'm pretty sure this was an easy check for a lot of the people involved. Well, the acting talent involved, I will say.
Yeah.
A lot of them were just, again, in the studio. But, like, I don't know. There were just a lot of moments where, like, he just, like, it's like, I want more Galifianakis in there. Just, like, let him be. He didn't have to go full blown. I know it's a kid's movie. It's a Disney movie. But, it also has talking fucking guinea pigs in it.
Well, yeah, I mean, I get that. I would say that's more of a fault of the writers and the director more than Galifianakis.
And you say, funny you say writers. Did anybody else notice it was like the something? It was like multiples.
Yeah, there were 2 writers on this. I'm wondering if it's like based on what it's based on. I
I
didn't
will look up that information.
because there was a part of me watching this was like, is this based on like some kind of weird kids book that they have?
It said
spun
it was
out,
based
or-
on a story of some kind.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not familiar with it. If
I'm not either.
missed the boat on that one.
I had the unfortunate of making the anime confusion of originally hearing, oh, they're making a G-Force movie. What?
yeah.
What? And then I see the first trailer and I'm like, this isn't right. These are
Yeah.
guinea pigs.
I think my dad made the same mistake when that Ray Fiennes Avengers movie came out. He got excited about, oh yeah, Marvel Avengers. Like, no, that comes much later, sir.
I remember seeing that that one with Uma Thurman and
Sean Connery, if I remember correctly.
yeah.
He was. Okay, so this movie G-Force was directed by Hoyt Yeatman, who is known as the director of G-Force and nothing else.
Makes sense.
And it was written by Cormac and Marianne Wibberley, a husband and wife screenwriting team. Their filmography is fucking wild. They are film writers on The Sixth Day, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger,
Wow.
which I liked.
Yeah, I enjoy that movie.
I Spy, starring Eddie Murphy.
I remember that.
Missed that.
Charlie's Angels Full Throttle.
Ooh, I wish I would have missed that.
That was the second one?
Yeah. They worked on the story for Bad Boys 2, not the actual script. They were the writers for National Treasure, The Shaggy Dog,
Okay.
National Treasure Book of Secrets, which means we hate them twice over on this show.
Agreed.
They are 1 and 2 on Cajun Greatness.
Seems like they're really stuck with some Brockheimer there.
And then G-Force. And then they did a TV show called Common Law, which was on the USA Network for an year, from May to August 2012.
Oh, short-lived.
It did not go well. And now the National Treasure show.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So, yeah, here on the show, they are 1 for 2, or 1 for 3. Yeah, 1 for 3. Not doing so hot there, Webberleys.
Yeah.
Like, God, and it's weird looking back on it because, like, even watching the movie on 2 separate occasions, I forgot that this had Bruckheimer's fingers on it. And a couple of scenes, I can tell. I was just like, wow, okay.
I didn't even know it at first, but there was like part of the way through the movie, I was like, this is a Brockheimer movie, isn't it? Like, I can feel it, and then it's like, I start seeing those shots, I start seeing that color palette, I'm like, this is a Brockheimer film. And then at the very end, he flashes his name up, and I was like, you son of a bitch. You just needed money.
It was his production company. Yeah.
Yeah. His production company was everywhere in the 2000s.
Oh, yeah. Like, this movie is one of the most dated movies that I can think of having seen. Mm-hmm. It immediately dates itself. Like, there's a joke about Paris Hilton's dog.
Yep.
Black Eyed Peas, again, played like 7 times with the same goddamn song.
A lot of Lady Gaga.
Go back 20 years to the, hey, up high, down
Oh, there was
low,
a
too
there was
slow.
a
I'm
there
like,
was a
really?
Pimp My Ride joke in
The
there.
Pimp My Ride joke, that was in there. Tracy Morgan.
Yeah, that's just boys to Tracy Morgan.
I do not like Tracy Morgan.
This is the like Rockwell and Cage have done a lot of movies together, haven't they? There's like, they did Matchstick Men.
Yeah.
And I think there might have been another one. I'm not sure. I feel like there might be.
There was a tampered with Scarface reference in here.
Yeah.
My friend, say hello.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
friend, say
That one
hello.
was.
Yeah, I mean, like, I get it. That's,
Sam Rockwell.
like,
was
I see
bored.
what they're doing, and I just don't like it.
Like, I know it's a kid's movie, but they're not even trying. They realize the adults have to sit through this, right?
And like just contrast this with The Croods, which we watched less than a month ago.
Yeah.
90-minute kids movie. That movie was fucking great
Yeah.
because the voice cast were trying, because the writers were trying. There was an actual story. This is just fluff. This is nothing.
Yeah.
This is empty calories, even for kids.
Like, it was literally no script. It was just references galore.
What?
Not even funny references.
Why not just go the Shrek route? You know, just throw in enough like nods and winks to the parents so they don't fall asleep sitting in the theater.
Like, I still appreciate a good dick and fart joke. The loudest pop this movie got out of me is when fucking Favreau's character farted in that little ball. And I was just like, ah!
I wrote down the line that got the laugh out of me, and it was the one at the very beginning where he said I'm 9 inches tall, so everything's just looking up from here. And I was like, okay, that's pretty funny. I like that line. But then after I was like, maybe this movie's gonna be a little better and it's gonna be a lot more humorous. And I was sorely let down after that point.
And I will say, I kind of forgot to mention him earlier. And again, another case of it's just his voice, but I think Buscemi was all right in this movie as well.
He played unhinged.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was having fun. Like, basically that when they said, hey, just be yourself for like these 12 lines, we'll be fine.
You want to come in for a day and read some lines? Sure. What am I doing? Half hamster, half ferret. What? just go, man.
Just read the lines and be crazy. Go full Buscemi.
Look, do I get to mocap this thing? Come on, let me know. Do I get to fully put my fingers in this gig, huh? Come on.
Like this isn't.
Psychopath.
This wasn't Super Babies level of bad.
No.
I wanna like the Baby Geniuses level.
Yeah.
Like I want to make sure.
I'm gonna confirm mine.
This-
as well.
Do you want to know what this actually really reminded me of in a lot of ways?
What's that?
The Cat in the Hat movie.
The one with
Mike Myers.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Because like that was weird and off-putting, full of very dated references, including Paris Hilton. And it's just, but this one wasn't like that one was also mean-spirited. Yeah. That's the one where Seuss's widow said, "No live action ever again."
Yeah, and then everything else has been animated since then.
Yeah. No, this is just like this is like fucking Mars Needs Moms or some shit like that, right? This is just random ass
AI generated.
Yeah, like this is
rip.
what was that one where like it was about the Big Bad Wolf and Red Riding Hood, but Red Riding Hood was like a martial artist or some shit. And,
Oh wait, I think I'm having the fever dream of that one.
I have no idea.
yeah,
I know about Freeway.
I do. Transformers had been out already, hadn't it? Because the part in the movie, because Transformers was
Hoodwinked.
Hoodwinked.
This is like Hoodwinked. It's just bullshit, empty calories animated movie to throw out and hope that.
Was this a dump month movie?
What, G-Force?
Yeah.
I'm looking it up. Continue your thought about Transformers.
But yeah, no, like because when all the appliances start coming alive in the movie,
It's Transformers.
Spoilers. They look just like Transformers.
Yeah,
like
100%.
And then a bunch of them started like combining together, and I'm like,
I'm pretty sure one of the first little appliances you see turn in Transformers is like a fucking espresso machine or something.
was
Or was it like a blender or something?
the Mountain Dew from the first movie?
Hey, that part was
Was it?
rad.
It wasn't a dump month movie.
This was released July 24th.
Oh, so it's like prime summer movie season.
It made it had a budget of $150 million, and worldwide it made just under $300.
You know, Bruckheimer ain't gonna put his name on something coming out in the summertime, baby.
So for folks wondering, so me and Shim play a box office game a lot, and what we have determined is called what is dump month. Dump month is either the time right after December, like the January, February, March era.
Late January, through what used to be late March, but March has become like pre-summer month. So now it is essentially mid to late January through the end of February.
And then you have that weird little blip in like September.
Yeah, it's the end of summer. You're about to go into Oscar and family movie season, so you just throw in what you can out there and hope that people show up because there's nothing else huge blockbuster.
We'll occasionally get dump months, and we'll look at it and go, fuck.
Yeah, because we're not going to know any of those fucking movies.
Yeah, because they're,
So on Rotten Tomatoes, G-Force has a 22%.
Deserve.
Yes.
Ouch. God, where are the guinea pig lovers when you need them?
Roger Ebert continues to destroy what I thought of his reputation posthumously by giving this 2.5 stars out of 4, calling it a pleasant, inoffensive 3D animated farce, which is...
Wait.
I would say that is 80% correct.
They put this out in 3D?
Yeah.
You know they did.
Of course they did.
Of course they did.
Oh, God.
Talking about
Because-
guinea pigs in your face.
Because
This is
this movie was inoffensive, it was 3D, it was animated, and it was a farce. But I disagree with his use of the word pleasant.
Maybe he took a nap, and he just doesn't want to admit it.
I mean, it's a good nap. It's only 90 minutes. Not even a good napping movie.
It's true. God, it didn't feel like 90 minutes. There were a couple of times where I was just kind of like, "Come on,
Yeah,
let's go."
I feel like this could have been helped by being hour 15 or so.
This was definitely one of those jogs when, like, if you live on a hill and like you're like hitting that last sprint trying to get up that hill, and you know it's not that long, but god damn, you're tired and you feel like it's an eternity.
And like this isn't as long of a 90 minutes as some of the shit we've watched.
No.
Yeah.
But this was definitely not a quick 90 minutes.
It was a thick 90 minutes.
Yeah, I am going to throw this out there because this is the other thing that I had a bone to pick with this movie was that fucking kid that launched launched the
Dahmer
guinea
Jr.?
pig
Yeah.
into a fucking snake tank. Like, no, sir.
Yeah. And that kid played his part really well because I wanted to punch him in the face.
Yeah, I wanted to just absolutely be.
I already wanted to punch him in the face because he kind of looked like a lead singer of the Plain White Tees a little bit.
He did, actually.
Isn't that
The
weird?
minute that
so
he
weird.
picked up guinea pig number 2 and someone didn't go, "Where's the first one?" And he was like, "I don't know." I'd be like, "No, you better tell me where that guinea pig's at right now."
Like, you little shit, you were literally holding it. The
Yeah.
fuck you mean you don't know?
Live action Sid from Toy Story.
That's what I thought.
Same. I had that same thought when he had all his shit in his room, like the toys. He was making the Tracy Morgan guinea pig drive through shit.
Yeah, just the whole room itself looked like, oh, this is Sid.
Okay, speaking of actors who look like other people, that the guy that worked at the pet store, he's got to be a Vanderbeek. Like, that's not even a bit.
He was very
Like,
Vanderbeekish.
Oh my god, if he's not like Vanderbeek's little brother, then he has a twin.
Let me see if I can find who that was.
God, it was uncanny. I know the owner, wasn't she from Reno 911?
Yeah,
Yeah.
from Reno.
Yeah, that was Niecy Nash.
There's a lot of recognizable, well, a lot of voices recognizable. A few faces you'll recognize in this movie as well.
Okay, the
Bill Nighy, is that how you say it?
yeah, Bill
Vampire
Nye.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Also Sean's dad from Shaun of the Dead.
Davy Jones.
Zombie Vampire Man.
He's anytime I see him in a movie, I'm just like, all right, this is gonna be fun. And then you barely put him in a movie, and I go, you sons of bitches.
Okay, so Pet Shop Dude's name was Justin Mintel, and he died shortly after the movie released.
Oh, rest in peace.
Yeah, he apparently he was driving down the highway at 3 a.m, went down an embankment, struck 2 trees, went through his windshield, not wearing a seatbelt.
That's not the good way.
Yeah,
So sorry.
yeah.
You always have G-force.
It's bad that my brain immediately went, I hope they didn't send like flower arrangements for those damn guinea pigs.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. What's wrong?
No, I was like, that would have been.
Oh, yeah.
That would have been awful.
We're
Wait,
sorry.
what the fuck do you mean? What's wrong?
We're sorry for your
You
loss.
just said you hope they didn't send funeral flowers with the fucking G-force on them, and I say, oh no, what do you fuck you mean? What's wrong?
Like,
God damn.
sorry for your loss. Here's a bouquet with guinea pigs on it. You son of a bitch! Throws it at him. He loved that film.
I will say this. I did not clock Cage at all. Like, when the mole popped up the second time, I was like, wait a minute. Is that Cage?
I was like, that's not him. It's got to be another one of these. Well, no, maybe not. And then you said something, and I was like, it's like it's almost like you're doing the zoom in with your eyes. You're like, oh.
That was exactly the fucking turtle from Sly Cooper.
See,
I don't know
I,
the turtle's name. I don't remember. But
I don't know if I would have clocked it immediately. I just knew he played Sparkles going in,
Oh, okay. I just
so like I knew he played the mole. So
I knew guinea
Oh.
pigs. That's all I knew.
the minute that I saw there was a mole on the team, I was like, well, there's the bad guy. I was like, I know this one coming from a mile away. Like, Bill Nye is not the bad guy in this movie.
Has anybody y'all seen Knives Out? Right.
Yeah.
actually, no.
Ooh. Well, don't look up the UK special edition Blu-ray release, which I'm fucking God. Why did they separate them like that? But if you take off the slipcover and you flip it and you put it on the front, it points directly to the killer in the movie.
Oh,
Oh, that's
cool.
clever and also shitty. But I mean, you
It's
probably
got
wouldn't-
Cabin in the Woods cover shitty.
That's true.
like
I mean,
wow.
yeah. I mean, like you probably wouldn't buy the thing on DVD if you hadn't or Blu-ray if you hadn't already seen it. So I
What
get
up?
it.
And
What was
plus,
up
you
with
had to like flip, huh?
I've seen Cabin in the Woods. What was up with the?
When it came out physically, the cover, it was like a cabin with just a bunch of like different sections with different things in it. It's basically the fucking twist of the movie
Oh,
on the cover of the movie. Wow.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it's an interesting design, and I saw the cover before I saw the movie, so I just thought it was a cool thing. I didn't really look too much into it, so it didn't ruin it for me. But I get how that would, like, it's one of those spoilers after the fact where you probably don't know going in, but you still be like, oh, that kind of, that made it worse.
oh man, is this like my anger with Terminator Salvation and how they spoiled the plot of that movie?
The trailer?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
how they-
trailer.
yeah.
So angry.
By the way, John Connor's the bad guy. Hey, fuck you.
Oh, that was the other one. I'm talking about the Salvation, the one where it's like,
Oh, by the way, he's a Terminator.
yeah, I hated that because like I went and saw that movie in theaters and was like actually enjoyed it, and then I was like, this movie would have been a lot better if they hadn't ruined that twist.
Well,
for me.
hell, they did that for T2, where the whole trailer was built around Schwarzenegger's robot being a good guy,
Oh, see,
because they don't show you that until like all of a sudden he's protecting John Connor from Robert Patrick.
Oh.
Like, imagine how cool it would have been to go into that not knowing after seeing the first Terminator.
That's how I also felt about like Thor Ragnarok. Like you go watch that movie and you can see they clearly were like, we directed this with the knowledge that you don't know Hulk's in this, and then the trailer's just like, that's Hulk, and I'm like, I hate you so much right now.
Yeah, no, trailers are really bad about spoiling shit these days.
Well, then you get people who get like butthurt about like trailers now showing scenes that never show up in the movies because. I encountered people that were upset about the Infinity War
War
trailer.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, that scene where they're all running together is not in the movie. Yeah, because they don't want to spoil the ending. But if you read comics, you kind of knew it was going to
Like,
happen.
what did you want them to show you the snap at the end? Like, shut up.
Yeah, so you can't please people.
No.
Nobody's happy.
God, Jeremy and I were talking about this earlier, how there's several types of fandoms that are really terrible. Like, wrestling is up there. Wrestling's top 5.
Wrestling.
But,
Christopher Nolan fans, Zack Snyder fans.
God, Nolan fans, Snyder fans are terrible. Supernatural, Doctor Who. But, like, we decided
Wars.
Beyonce fans, but we said Star Wars are the worst fans.
Yeah, I love Star Wars.
I do, too. I would never review a Star Wars movie
Yeah,
or a show on here. No.
you will get
Yeah.
obliterated.
Like our poor friend Mac had his own Star Wars podcast that just got inundated all the time with bullshit because they dared to express an opinion. Like, no one's going to fucking come for us because we didn't like G-Force.
Well, that's what we think.
But if I were like, say, like, The Last Jedi is my favorite Star Wars movie, you know, like, people would come for me. And it is, you fuckers.
You know what, nerds? You know what, motherfuckers? The Rise of Skywalker can gargle my fucking balls.
Weirdly, that's one of the few things that all the sides of the Star Wars fandom can
they
agree
can all
on.
I don't
Everyone
know.
hates
Not
that movie.
the side of fucking the internet I'm on, apparently. Jesus, I can encounter so many people who think that movie's the second coming of Jesus himself.
Really?
If
Yeah.
if the internet has sides, what kind of shape is it?
I think it's kind of like
It's like a
die that has
unlimited size.
like literally infinity sign.
Sorry, that's all. My brain just immediately went to that.
You roll it, it doesn't stop. It
Yeah,
can't
it's
land on its
the
side.
disgusting, undulating, unearthly, unholy mass of Yog Soggoth from the works of H.P. Lovecraft. That's the internet.
See,
I'm just trying to think because I don't think you're wrong about Star Wars having like probably the worst, most toxic fan base of all time. And again, wrestling is up there, but like you got this like sub, like every one of these fucking fandoms has like the sub cultures within, and they're just fucking toxic, like worst.
Yeah,
Just mucking up the works for everybody.
there's no clean fandom.
no.
as somebody who's competed in Magic the Gathering as well as fighting games, I will tell you there are some people out there that you're just like, nope,
The Walking Dead.
nope.
Yeah, there's no clean fandom.
Yeah.
But Star Wars seems to have the biggest percentage of shitheads
Oh yeah, big time.
because like it's 3 generations at this point of incredibly self-centered, needy fanboys Like, these are my favorite. These are my Star Wars, and they've been ruined. And these are my Star Wars, and they've been ruined in my childhood. Blarga, 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 blarga.
I love how Patrick H. Willems said it in one of his videos when he did a Star Wars. And he's like, they're films designed for kids about space wizards.
Yeah. And, like, I'm not saying you have to like shit or not like shit. I clearly like shit and don't like a lot of shit. But there's a difference between not liking something and going so far overboard that you're like, the last 40 years of my life have been ruined by this one movie I didn't much care for.
I remember the term.
Fuck you.
Scorched earth. That is what they are.
Yeah.
If they can't enjoy it, they will ruin it for everybody.
And like, and Ken and I talked about this briefly on his TikTok live. How there's this difference between hating a thing and shitting on someone for liking a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like, I can hate a thing. Like, you and I have had several disagreements on Man of Steel. I don't much care for it. You really enjoyed it. Totally fine. I am not passing judgment on you for liking Man of Steel.
Yeah.
I'm passing judgment on Man of Steel, and I found it wanting.
Yeah.
That's the difference between I like this thing and you're stupid for liking this thing. And if you insult somebody because of a thing that they like, as opposed to just not liking the thing that they like, fuck you.
It's easier to have like an actual like.
And of course, that's just in terms of media. Like, if you're a fucking Nazi, fuck you.
It's easier.
Always.
It's better
Fuck
to have like
all
a
Nazis.
conversation about
Yeah.
it. Like the Last Jedi thing. I will get that sometimes. I'll get hit with that because like I really enjoyed that film, and I'll get people that'll be like, I didn't like it, and they'll try and they go for the personal attack, and my response is always, well, tell me what it was about it that you didn't like.
Yeah.
Like, don't tell me that you just hated it. Like, I'm curious as to like what specifically about that don't you enjoy, and I might try and see it there from a point. But if I reach the point where I realize that this person's being unreasonable, my brain shuts off and I go to like elevator music.
Yeah, no, I like Last Jedi is my favorite Star Wars anything.
There you said
I loved it. And I've had several discussions with people who really hated it, and they expressed their opinions calmly, and I understand where they're coming from.
Yeah.
I disagree, and they disagree with my opinion, but we were civil, and we discussed it.
That's what conversation is.
Crazy, right? But it's just...
My favorite is always getting people that throw that one out there, and my response is, if I can tell it's the unreasonable person, I'm just like, hey, what did you think of that movie Looper? Like, oh, no, I loved it. Like, really? Yeah. What about Knives Out? Oh, yeah, that movie's awesome. Yeah, so you like Rian Johnson, don't you? Like, yeah, no, he's fantastic. He directed Last Jedi.
Yeah. Well, like, a lot of the ones that I've seen are like, no, Rian Johnson can't make anything good. Did you like Looper? Oh, yeah, I loved it. Knives Out, fantastic. You know he made those, right? And they just start twitching.
Smoke comes out.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, that new show Poker Face is really good.
Okay. It's on the list.
I finished the first season,
Yeah.
so it's on Peacock.
I think Peacock. Yeah, that
Yeah,
sounds right.
It's
I've
about
only
poker?
seen... It's like
Knives
a
Out 2 came out, and they
murder
basically-
mystery type show thing.
and they basically went, "Hey, do you want to make a show about all these things with some of your friends?" And he was like, "Yeah." I was sold when the minute that I saw the words that Adrian Brody, Ron Perlman, and Clancy Brown were all in this show.
It's got
And
a
I was
good
like,
cast.
Do tell. Go on.
I've only seen ads for it on Peacock when I've had Brooklyn Nine-Nine or Parks and Rec playing in the shop.
It's so silly.
Oh man, fucking Ryan Johnson. I'm not no spoilers obviously, but Ryan Johnson fucking got me when I sat down and watched Glass Onion. I was just like, he made me forget what movie I was watching for a second.
I love that.
And then I was like, oh, you rat bastard. I hate you. I love it. I don't hate him. He's a really good director, but he was sneaky in this movie.
I need to watch those.
They're really fucking
I've
good.
been like super into Dimension 20 lately. It's the college humor that became Dropout. It's their D&D thing.
Oh, okay.
Because the lead DM is Brendan Lee Mulligan. I love that man. I told Jeremy about it, but he was on one of their game shows trying to argue a point about a TV show he'd never seen, just trying to logic it out so he could get the point. And like, but Brendan, you've never even seen it. He's like, I will die on any hill. And I'm like, you know what? I love that. I want to be that when I grow up. I'm older than him. I don't care.
I saw the joke about talking about like with the Knives Out thing where someone said they should do a Muppet style thing where Daniel Craig comes on and dies and they have Benoit Blanc show up to solve the murder of Daniel Craig.
I mean, yeah, I'd watch that.
I'd watch a Muppet anything. Remake every movie with the
I love-
Muppets.
Like the only fucking guest host episode of Raw worth watching is the goddamn Muppets episode.
That's right.
okay?
That's right.
That was only yes, that
They
happened.
get canonically, Seamus and Beaker are related.
yes,
What?
they're cousins.
Yep.
What?
Yes,
Yeah.
they're cousins.
What the shit?
Look
Yeah.
it up. I'm sure you can find
And
it somewhere.
just to show you the magic of the Muppets, there's a reason that worked so well. And that time, Chucky the Killer Dog guest hosted Nitro and had a feud with Rick Steiner did not work.
Well, it's the Muppets because everybody loves the Muppets.
You will suspend your disbelief for the fucking Muppets.
That's like I was really upset when ABC did that new Muppet show and it was like had like actual like interesting stuff to say, and then after the first season they were like, well, we realized we didn't like the Muppets being so mature, so we went back to just the fun campy stuff, and I was like, but I like that was
I
interesting.
was about to say the new revamped Muppets. I was with it.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, come on,
Dave
come on.
Grohl having a drum battle with Animal was the best thing ever.
You can't write that shit, and it was written.
I did watch the Halloween special last year that they did.
Yeah,
it was really funny.
It was.
It was good. Yeah, Will Arnett was in it.
Yeah,
Also in G-Force.
I like that he's become the voice of the Reese's commercials now,
Yeah.
and it's just him being an asshole because that's
That's just Will Arnett's character.
yeah. Apparently, he's not an asshole in real life.
No. Also, I just want you to know that when I was recording the Caging Masterpiece Theater last week, I was torn between whether or not to have both of your voices just be slightly different from mine as like a narrator. Because, I did some other voices for the other characters, but I was like, I did several takes of, do I just make their voices relatively normal but slightly higher and slightly lower pitch than mine? Or do I make one of them Kermit and the other one Winnie the Pooh? And I did several takes of Kermit and Winnie the Pooh. And I almost put those in there. But I thought for continuity, because by the end of it, I was like, we're going to do more of this. This is nice. I want to get them involved.
The
It was like,
lost tapes.
for continuity, it was, yeah. It was like, it's been like, oh, Cannon, do you have any honey? No, I don't. I'm Kermit the Frog.
No, I don't, because the house is so cold it crystallizes. That is a true fucking story.
Hi,
Yeah.
Kermit the
That's
Frog
sad.
here. Kermit the Frog.
So-
Pretty easy to do.
So, yeah, you two were almost Kermit and Winnie the Pooh.
Hell yeah.
It's not easy
I
to
would
do.
love that shit.
I just thought for continuity's sake, for the future.
For the future.
We gotta
For the
write-
future.
We got to write Stone Cold in some capacity.
Oh no, we're gonna have fun with this. Like I'm really excited about this because it's not often I get to do my Attenborough impression, and now one of the main characters is just me doing David Attenborough.
I don't know who.
He was the original narrator of the Planet Earth series, but for Britain.
Shit, I didn't watch that.
When they did
I've
they did the American versions, it was Sigourney Weaver.
Oh, no, I've got the ones with. I've got the Blu-rays with Attenborough.
The majestic three-toed sleuth.
Yeah, man, that guy. Can,
okay, I've
that
heard
guy can narrate me taking a shit, and I would listen.
Yeah,
to
no,
it.
Attenborough's the best.
Yeah. Did
So-
you know he found a skull in one of his houses of like that solved like some cold case or something like
That's
that?
incredible.
Like he bought a house and like in the wall was like a skeleton, and then he's like, "Hey, I found this stuff," and they're like, "Oh shit!"
That's fantastic.
It was a while. Like me and Alice were reading about it because that was she got me like Planet Earth season 1 and 2, and we just sat and watched it all. And I was like, I'm gonna make you watch this. Like, David Attenborough's gonna educate people on fucking nature.
Back when I was a teacher, when I would have to sub for classes, the science teacher was a crazy person.
Oh,
And she still worked at the school, even though all 4 of her children, for her first 4 years, 1 a year had been expelled for various behavioral problems.
excellent.
She still works there, as far as I'm aware.
Not
But
excellent.
her only instruction was always make them watch Planet Earth DVDs. And it got to the point where I could quote every one of those DVDs, the Sigourney Weaver versions, as it's going on, because I had seen them all so many times. And I still love them.
Oh yeah. I remember being in college and those things coming on, and we're all just like sitting in the dining halls, like looking up at the TVs, like, oh my god, it's so pretty.
But really, the main point of tonight has been that G-Force is boring and not worth your time.
Yeah, go watch Planet Earth.
Yeah, do that instead.
Yeah. G-Force. the Force.
Stop
From
trying
The
to
Last
force choke
Jedi.
me.
Do you
I didn't do anything. Stop it, Cannon.
do you think anybody's going to be pissed about this one like they were for Raising Arizona?
I don't know. We talked about G-Force for like at least 20, 25 minutes. That's a half the episode.
20-ish spread across the whole hour.
There's like we say it a lot, but like literally, it's like fucking these guinea pigs that talk, and they have a little secret agent team, and the FBI's like, no, you can't have a little secret agent team with talking guinea pigs.
They had a fly too.
Yeah.
They did have a fly.
He named Mooch.
How come not all animals? Now I know it's established that he figures out a way to get them to talk back or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what about the animals they just like randomly run into? Dogs aren't talking.
Well, there was he had an army of cockroaches too.
Yeah, like it was the thing that they gave the guinea pigs and the moles and the animals and shit that could let them talk to humans. It didn't change that animals could talk to each other.
It was the babblefish from Hitchhikers.
Yeah, but for some reason, like the cat didn't say anything, the dogs didn't say anything. They were just threats, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's boring.
We've said it several times. If a movie is really, really good, if it's a comedy and it's really, really good, all we can do is tell you the jokes that are funny, and you're better off watching them for yourself. And if it's a movie like this, the really, really bad ones we can rant about for hours, but ones that are just sort of there, like they're boring to watch, they're boring to talk about, they're boring. Don't watch them. We don't have much to say because there's not much to talk about. We can only stretch a mile so far.
Yeah. Now, as someone who has never been shy of like watching a dud a time or two, knowing that it was going to be bad, I say it like, if you want to watch G-Force, go. We're just warning you.
Yeah. Like, if your kid's like 5 and easily entertained, he's not going to get the references from 2009.
Just slap it on.
You will, and you're going to hate them.
Pretty pictures, talking animals.
Yeah, like the CGI is pretty good for now, but it's great for 2009, but it's pretty good for now.
And 30 years from now, they'll look back and go, why the fuck did I watch this?
But yeah, like if you just want to distract your kids and you don't really care about the quality of the movie you're showing them because you might not be the best parent in the world, sure, throw on G-Force.
That one hamster ball scene does go pretty hard, to its credit.
Yeah, no, that was exciting. Like there was
probably
fireworks and shit. It was fun.
Yeah.
It was a good 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Out of 90.
Yeah. I'm trying to give it its just desserts here. As much as humanly possible. It was better than the old way by a half star.
Yeah, you know what? I think I might have rated this lower than the old way, but I would rather watch this again. It's like Gotti. The Travolta. I'd rather watch Gotti again than most of the shit that we've watched that we've rated poorly. Because Gotti wasn't good, but I wasn't bored.
I think you've diseased my brain and like tricked me into kind of wanting to watch that fucking movie. Damn you, shit.
Okay, so that's our episode. Next week, I think we're just gonna keep it an off week and do something fun for a filler episode, like we do. I don't know. Maybe we can. We'll figure something out.
Yeah. We've got some ideas rattling around.
Yeah, it's a busy couple weeks, but we'll get something out there for you to enjoy. Week after that, we come back with Travolting Development. Cannon, what will we be watching? I'm kidding. I know you don't know.
I really don't.
Yeah.
Y'all know the drill by now.
Yeah, no, like
We're gonna show up and he's gonna have like 6 DVDs and a pistol.
we'll know that. We'll know
I got
the
a
day
few
of.
the DVDs of them.
Yeah, we'll know the day of. It'll be fine.
Like, hold on, let me think. The last one we watched was
Grease.
It was Grease.
Grease.
Did you see that T-Mobile commercial with Zach Braff, Donald Faison, and Travolta?
I heard about it. Haven't seen it yet.
I love Zach Braff and Donald Faison.
Did you guys see the trailer for the prequel for Grease?
What? No.
So we'll see you guys in 2 weeks with Travolting Development.
Well, I'm just trying to think because I guess that one overall was it was a stinker. So me, I like to alternate, at least in my opinion, because my opinion on a Travolta movie might differ from y'all's. But I'm gonna try to make it a good one.
Battlefield Earth it is.
Oh, no.
No.
It just had an anniversary recently.
Look who's talking now. We're watching those in reverse order.
Oh, no.
Psych! That's one episode, all day, all 3 movies.
I didn't sign up for this shit.
You signed up for things?
No.
I was just told to be here.
Maybe you shouldn't be so easy to order around, Jeremy.
God, I just love you guys. That's all it really is.
All right, so we'll do plugs. We'll see you guys in a couple weeks for Travolting Development. We'll see you next week with a pre-recorded, scripted something or other that it'll be fun. I think you'll like it. So, Cannon, where can people find you on the internet?
Well, they can find me at That Cannon Guy on Twitter, Instagram, Goodreads, Letterboxd, and TikTok.
Jeremy?
You can find me on Instagram at Tunes Cosmic Reality. That's TUNES Cosmic Reality, and then where you can find me occasionally yelling at the moon. I also have my Twitch.tv/Backwards Hero, where I play games with my friends Six Hill and some other folks. We've been playing Demio lately, and I might, now that I have a new graphics card, stream my absolutely broken, stupid run of Elden Ring.
Cool. Just follow the link tree. It's all the Captain Chimmy shit. That's my stuff. Check out our merch store at tpublic.com/user/caging-greatness. And yeah, don't forget that the only thing worse than G-Force is Thomas Jefferson.
Prick.
He was a prick. We'll see you guys later.
Good night.
How absurd.
Why couldn't you put the bunny back in the box?